Beyond the world we know is space, a universe full of 1 million possibilities, accompanying our exploration in this universe. 9.5 years after the launch, the first human space probe flyby Pluto. On January 19, 2006, the most stunning NASA's New Frontiers mission, with costs of approximately $700 million, launched the New Horizons space probe. In May 2006, scientists discovered that New Horizons would pass the tiny asteroid 132524 APL on a distances of 101,867 kilometers on June 13, 2006, before it made a Jupiter flyby. The flyby to Jupiter provided a gravity assist that increased New Horizons' speed. On December 6, 2014, mission controllers woke up the probe for its final approach to the Pluto system. New images of Pluto and its largest moon Charon were taken from a distance of 203 million kilometers. In addition, images from the moon's Nix, Hydra, Kerberos and Styx been compiled and published. The long-range reconnaissance imager LORRI shot the first resolved images of Pluto and his moon Charon from July 1st to 3rd, 2013. Only 12 images were necessary for the scientists to find out that a full rotation of Charon ranges in distances of 429 to 422 million kilometers around Pluto. The reddish-brown cap of the north pole of Charon is composed of tholins, organic macromolecules that may be ingredients for the emergence of life. All three components are produced from methane, nitrogen, and other gases released from the atmosphere of Pluto and transferred about 19,000 kilometers to the orbiting moon. Pluto, long time called the unknown final frontier of our solar system, uncovered its look and design to humanity in 2015. A space probe has never before made such clear shots of Pluto and its moons. To understand the formation of the Plutonian system, the Kuiper belt and the transformation of the early solar system is the primary mission of New Horizons by collecting data on the atmosphere, surfaces, interiors and environments of Pluto and its moons. Questions of what is Pluto's atmosphere made of? What does its surface look like? Are there large geological structures? How do solar wind particles interact with Pluto's atmosphere? All these questions are answered by the scientific footage of New Horizons. New Horizons was engineered and primarily built by the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory, APL, and the Southwest Research Institute, SWRI, with a team led by S. Alan Stern. New Horizons carries several cultural artifacts, about 30 grams of Pluto discoverer Clyde Tombaugh's ashes, a Florida state quarter coin, and 434,738 names stored on a compact disc. At the closest approach on July 15, 2015, the probe was 12,474 kilometers from the surface and 13,658 kilometers from the center of Pluto away. The close-range imaging was repeated twice a day in order to search for surface changes caused by localized snowfall or surface cryovolcanic. Thanks to reflected sunlight from Charon, it was also possible to do some image observations of Pluto's night side. Alice characterized the atmosphere of Pluto both by emissions of atmospheric molecules and by dimming of background stars as they pass behind the planet. Short after the flyby, New Horizons started to send the recorded data back to Earth with speed of 1 kilobyte per second. Almost 1.5 years later, the transfer of the recorded data was completed. At all, New Horizons collected 6.25 gigabytes of data. A transmission from Pluto to Earth takes 4.5 hours to travel the 4.7 billion kilometers of space one way. The data transfer was completed on October 25, 2016. The plains on Pluto's surface are composed of more than 98% nitrogen ice, with traces of methane and carbon monoxide. Pluto's mountains are made of water ice. The planet's surface is quite varied, with large differences in both brightness and color. Pluto is one of the most contrastive bodies in the solar system. Its color varies from charcoal black to dark orange and white. LORRI, the radio science experiment, REx, and other instruments determined Pluto's diameter to 2,376.6 kilometers plus minus 3.2 kilometers. In August 2018, NASA confirmed that New Horizons confirmed the existence of a hydrogen wall at the outer edges of the solar system. During and after the closest approach, the Solar Wind Around Pluto, SWAP, and the Pluto Energetic Particle Spectrometer Science Investigation, PEPSI, instruments sampled the high atmosphere and its effects on the solar wind. Backlighting by the sun gave an opportunity to highlight any rings or atmospheric hazes. REx investigated radiometry of the night side. Photographs of Pluto taken 15 minutes after New Horizons' closest approach show a near sunset on Pluto with details of the surface and a haze in the atmosphere.
Some days I feel the weight of this world in my hands, I hear the song of unrest and uncertainty.
Pluto, the final frontier of our solar system, is crossed, and humanity is on its way to the next interstellar mission. New Horizons is now heading in the direction of the constellation Sagittarius. On August 28, 2015, 48, 69, 58, 2014, MU69 PT1, better known as Ultima Thule, was chosen as the next flyby target. The necessary course adjustments are already performed and the flyby was scheduled for January 1, 2019. The unknown world of Ultima Thule will be discovered when Space Friday returns for its second season.
Do we turn our backs and let it all get lost between the cracks? Or does anybody want to share my empathy? Does anybody want